Welcome to another session of In the Know. Today, I'm going to introduce Vinny, who is our new CIL leader, continuous improvement leader. And then Justin is also here with me today. Everybody knows who Justin Myers is. He's our safety manager. So Vinny, Vinny's name is Vinny Markowski. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm originally from the great state of Wisconsin in the Milwaukee area. Moved down here in 2009 for a previous job. Me and my wife and son live in Fort Wayne. We were blessed to adopt him this March. His name is Kingston. He's 4. He will be 5 next month in January. My wife and I have been married for almost 14 years. We enjoy going camping, fishing. I like to golf. I like to go shooting, hanging out with the family and some close personal friends. And that's about it.
Awesome.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Yeah. So another fun fact is Justin previously worked with Vinny, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
How many years?
3.
3
Okay.
years, yeah.
So a little bit of a friendship there.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, let's just jump right into your role. So previously this role was called a industrial engineer, and Kroger has done some changes in supply chain to mimic a little bit more of how continuous improvement flowed and manufacturing. So Vinny is here, and his new title is CIL, like I said, Continuous Improvement Leader. And to go with that, we have a new program called TPC. So Vinny, tell us a little bit about what TPC stands for,
Yeah, sure.
and then what journey are we on?
So TPC stands for Total Process Control, and it is a system to monitor and measure your process to continually improve and reduce waste, thereby increasing efficiency. So we model that after W. Edwards Deming's Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle, where we continuously improve. And how we do that here is through Kaizen events, where we get together to try to solve a problem, drill down to the root cause, and then in Plan, Do, Check, Act, we just keep going. We keep repeating.
So we've gone through this with the LTO team. And I think the thing that's different about this than our normal continuous improvement is it's not just driven by the management team anymore, right? So
Correct.
we get our associates off the floor, we bring both shifts together, and we talk about how to improve their areas, which is way different than what we've done before. And my understanding, and I wish we could have invited a couple of those people in, was the people that were involved were very appreciative and loved that they got to be part of it and make improvements. So I know that Kaizen for Bass just happened last week also.
Yep.
So we've got some stuff to do there.
Correct.
But we're going to continue to work our way around the warehouse and do these in all of our areas. So
Correct. Next is case pick
okay.
after Bass.
All right. Well, that's awesome. So more to come on TPC. Obviously, there's a lot. Vinny, meaning he, will be putting together a continuous improvement board in the hallway for everybody to see the Kaizen events that we have done so far, but also the TPC room, which is really the cafe conference room right on the way to the cafeteria, is open. And if you want to go in there and kind of see what we put together, it's not a secret. You guys can go in there and see some of our future plans and then also what we're working on currently. So let's shift topics a little bit and let's talk about safety. How are we doing on safety, Justin?
Oh, not too bad. Compared to last year, we're very, very close to this time of year. The amount of recordable injuries that we have is very, very similar to last year. For quarter 3, we did have a total of 4 recordable injuries, which brings us to a total of 7. So quarter 3 in terms of recordables was really not that good. It accounts for more than half of what we've sustained for the year. And just looking at the data, we really need to. We've we've done a great job whenever we implemented safety in motion. We've definitely seen a drop in our back related injuries, but now we're starting to see more arms and wrist. So going forward, I have Randy and Matt Luthi coming up with stretches that directly tie to safety in motion, and that's going to be something that we're going to be focusing on is that hand and arm and wrist and shoulder care, because I think safety in motion does a really good job of focusing on that back, and I think we've done a great job of implementing and putting those practices to use. But I think we need to just switch gears and just focus on using two hands at a time when we're picking cases. I know we're trying to make right and trying to do the best we can, but always focus on those safe practices. Two hands at one time. BRI, we've done very well too. We retired a total of 22 behaviors that we were working on all of our core teams. That gives us a total of 84 for the entire year, which is outstanding. So that's 84 behaviors that we pinpointed as a team, and we've as a group got rid or improved those at-risk behaviors. So great job to our core teams. I know with the change in production flow on third shift, we had to adjust some of the core teams, which took a couple weeks to get them established. But our last couple BRI walks were all back up above our 25% mark, and our tick sheets and participation is where it needs to be. So I just want to thank all the teams for pulling together and doing what we always do when there's a change. We come together and we make it work. So great job to all of our groups and for continue to push our BRI process. Our goal for this year, as everyone knows, is for us to reach a recordable rate of 0.80. As of today, actually, we were at 0.89, and today is day 66. So we've gone 2 consecutive periods in a row without a recordable incident, which has been a while since early this year. We started around April and May, where we started having an incident here and there, but I think we're identifying what we need to work on, and these last 66 days is proof that what we're doing is working, and we just need to continue to help those new associates coming in, teach them the safe practices, and focus on where those gaps are.
Excellent. And then we also have armed safety game going on. This is the last week, right?
This is the last week. Okay. Our safety game is Safety Pong. The scores are very, very close. So today, tomorrow, just make sure we're doing our observations, because it is anyone's game right now. And we'll announce the winner at the end of this week and what our celebration is going to be for the team.
All right. Awesome. Can't wait to see who's the winner. Well, that goes all in for this session of In the Know, and we're going to switch some key players out and bring some other people in and finish up with some of our business goals. So welcome, Vinny, to the team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justin, for the safety update. Back in another session of In the Know. As I said earlier, we're switching key players out so we can get everything and all the information to you. So we're going to switch, and we're going to talk about our 2022 Insight Survey results. So who wants to start?
I will go first.
Okay.
First, I'd like to thank you all our associate. We have great participation. 24 associate provided their open and honest feedbacks to us. So I want to say thank you to all of them for providing their feedbacks. Also want to thank you to the Promise team members for helping out during the survey. So it was great participation.
Yeah, they did a very good job. And so thank everybody for putting the room together and getting everything together for us. So excellent job. So let's share our results. So how did we do versus last year?
So as far as the engagement score, we improved by 7%. During 2021, our results come in 55%. This year, we came in 62%. So we improved 7%.
And on top of all that, I think every category but one improved, correct?
Yeah, it was actually, every category went up, saw some improvement with the exception of one, which was zero hunger, zero waste. So we'll focus more in 2023 on tying zero hunger, zero waste to what we do here.
Yeah. I think we had a good push in 2020 when we first did it, and we must have lost a little bit of insight with our new associates, is what I'm guessing. So, it'll be on our whiteboarding with our associates. So, what is our next steps, Somanu?
So we are going to do whiteboard sections to come up with the action plan to improve the area that we need to improve. We have a promise team meeting. We start with the promise team, whiteboarding sections to come up with the solutions and how we are going to improve and what action plan. And then we are going to schedule a meeting with all the leadership team and then all the associate too.
Okay,
So-
and then the associates we do on both shifts, and we try to
shifts.
get a number of them. So
Mhm.
not every associate can attend, unfortunately, but if you are interested, make sure that you let your promise team members know, or your supervisors and managers, and we'll get you in those whiteboarding sessions. So what do we have going on this week, Hope?
So next week we are going to celebrate our associates with our holiday dinner. So we will be eating. Third shift will be eating Monday night, Tuesday night, and first shift will be eating on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll be serving some lunch and desserts and having a good time. We also encourage everyone next week to wear their ugly Christmas sweaters. So it's been a lot of Christmas this month. We've decorated and entered the corporate contest. We had Santa Day this last weekend, which was really successful, and we had a lot of really happy kids here. And now we're going to blow Christmas up one more time throughout the warehouse, and we're going to have ugly Christmas sweaters everywhere.
Awesome. And, I wasn't here, unfortunately, for Santa Day, but I heard it was lots of fun. So how many people participated?
We have over 140 kids and 120 adults attended, and everybody get a little bit of toys for the kids, and the kids seem to be enjoying it.
Wonderful. Yeah, and then who doesn't want to see Santa and Miss Claus? I mean, they did an awesome job too. So, thank you for all those people that helped with that and got that back together. I know we haven't done that for a couple of years, so that's awesome. And then for the dinner, we want everyone to come in and participate. We do have, I think, turkey and some vegetarian lasagna, salad, some different kind of pies, some potatoes,
Yes, dessert. Obviously,
Yeah,
we have
so-
dessert.
all kinds of good stuff. So please come, wear your ugly sweater, and let's have one last yay before we start our heavy volume back up. So thank you guys for joining me today again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back with another session of In the Know, and we've been playing musical chairs today. We've had quite a few guests in, and we're going to finish off with our ASCMs, Bruce and Drew, to finish up talking about how we are doing on our business goals and our KPIs. So these KPIs are always hanging in the hallway on the way to the cafeteria. If you're ever interested, it's broken down by each category, and then also, what do we do to contribute to that, and how can we make it better? So that's always posted for you guys to review, but we're going to briefly talk about some of the major ones on here. The first one is always safety, but Justin covered that when we spoke earlier, so he gave you the update on there. The next one I'd like to talk about is really our quality piece, which is our precise delivery time, PDT as we call it. So Drew, being over transportation, how are we doing there?
Yeah, so PDT, for everybody that doesn't know, it judges our and scores us on-time delivery to the stores, right? So PDT has been a little rough this year since period 4. A lot of that is not Bluffton related. Is actually our carriers are having headcount issues as well, right? So we know that there's headcount issues across the whole nation, and they're struggling as well. So with that, we're at 7%. Our goal is 5%. We have brought on additional carriers. So if you have not heard, or you'll probably see their trucks. We have Titus, we have Convoy, we have Whitehorse Freight. So we're running actually 4 carriers now, not just First Fleet, to try to accommodate some of this PDT. Where we do impact the PDT though is our on-time route close, right? So if we're closing our routes on time, they're going to have a better chance of getting to the stores. So that'll take us into our on time is the next KPI that we report. And our on time, we've actually hit 2 of the last 3 periods. And those were the first times that we have hit them since period 11 last year. So kudos to the team, shipping, case pick, and Bass, because everybody has hands in there. And our on-time route close is affected by scratch runs. Are we getting them there in time? Are we getting our volume done in time? Is Bass getting the totes out on time, right? So it all accumulates into one. Now, we do take some hits when we have system outages, but that's uncontrollable. So the last 3 periods, what we can control, we've actually done a very good job at controlling. And if you look at some other things that go through it, which Bruce will talk about in the KPIs coming up, is, the more productive we are, the better chance we have to pick the units ahead, pick more units, and get these things on time. And as he'll go through, you'll see the increase we've had in production across the departments as well.
All right, awesome. Along with that quality aspect, also, kudos to our receiving team, our IP, our inbound process efficiency has been above 75% all year long. We're actually in the high 80s. So kudos to that team for continuing to do well there. And then, our net positives and our accuracy of picking has also been green all year long. So kudos to our case selection team for, making sure not only that they're being productive, but they're picking the right cases and getting the things to the store that our customer needs. So great job there. So let's talk a little bit about our head count right now. We are red on our KPI. We're about 67 people short right now. So Bruce, what are we doing right now to boost that up with our teams on second and third shifts?
Yeah, so today actually we have 23 new hires in the classroom, so we continue to hire, and we won't stop that, through the end of the year. In addition to that, we do have some relief on the way with some outside help. There's 10 coming very, very soon from MHF. He was a third-party service to kind of alleviate third shift and help them out. And then we're looking at increasing that head count to maybe 20 to 25 in the near future. So, the head count folds right into the overtime, and we know the overtime's been pretty high, and we appreciate everybody's efforts on that. A lot of added days and double days and things like that, so we appreciate the efforts out there. But a little bit of good news on overtime. We went from 16% to 14% from the second to the third quarter. So that's a good trend there, and hopefully we can decrease that with this third party group. So we'll continue to work on headcount.
Yep, and hopefully, they do give third shift a little bit of relief. With us having the heavier volume coming in, there is a Saturday or two that we may have to throw in there for that team. So, having some extra help in here is always helpful for that. So, with that being said, this last weekend we had an outage, and we had some absenteeism issues also that caused some issues. And kudos to the team that came in and helped us get back on track. So kudos to our third shift for helping us out this weekend. So. When you talk about the overtime and the people, it really leads straight into productivity. And the both of you know, working with, the BAS section and the case selection, how important our wall-to-wall has been in our UPH. So, Drew or Bruce, how has our wall-to-wall improved?
So wall to wall from second to third quarter, it's been about 10%. So that's a great effort by the group, especially with all the overtime and things. So like Drew said earlier, directly correlates in the route close and PDTs. So, we appreciate the efforts, really do.
Yeah, so when we do see our wall-to-wall increase, obviously that helps our cost per case in the warehouse, which also drives lower prices for our customers, right? And so overall, we haven't hit our cost per case this year, but we are starting to see that trend a little bit better with our productivity going up. So, continue to do what you're doing. The other green that I like to really point out that we haven't had for a while is our full-time versus trainees. So what that means is we're retaining people. So our full-time group is overtaking, the trainees on aspect of percent per cases. So, as a team member that's been here for a while, really, talk with those new associates and get them involved in BRI and things like that, so they feel like they're part of the team and not just a number, right? So that's what is important here, right? Being a family and taking care of that. So, kind of moving forward, we are getting ready to hit into our Christmas volume. So our plans are out there. We're going to start working a little bit ahead, right? So that we can get ahead of it. And then unfortunately we do have a Saturday or two in there. one of the Saturdays are coming up. We're going to determine here shortly whether we're going to need that push this weekend or, but definitely the weekend right before Christmas we'll be in here. With that being said, we appreciate all that you guys do.
Yep.
If you guys have anything else that you want to add in.
Yeah, of course. So you may have touched about it earlier, but if we reflect back to Thanksgiving, right? This building, being 60 head count short and having the most volume we've ever had, and I think the Saturday before Thanksgiving we ran. We picked over 240,000 cases, and I was basically a shift and a half, right? So, the team that day you guys did outstanding. And
first shift hit a record, right?
yeah, 198,000 picked, at a 215 UPH. They were rolling, and then third shift coming in the way they did and cleaning that up, right? It was great teamwork, and just to see that we didn't lay down and everybody worked together to accomplish that. And then with the productivity, the last thing I have is just the veterans. You guys are rocking it. Over 220 UPH, I believe, across the building in case picks. So really appreciate you guys just being that heart and soul of getting the cases picked. So thank you.
And just to reiterate, so the outage that we had this past Saturday, how everybody kicked in, and wasn't a whole lot of people that left early. They hung in there, worked the extra overtime, and pulled us out of the hole. So. And then again, third shift coming in and helped us out Saturday night. So continue to be impressed by the teamwork and dedication here. So just wanted to call that out.
It was across the building.
Yep.
Yard, everybody, ASPs. Came in. It was a great time.
Yep.
Good to see that.
Yeah. So we mentioned earlier we do have our appreciation holiday meal for our associates next week. So we love to see all of you there, and then the big message is really to continue to do what you guys are doing and finish strong through the end of the year. We got a couple more periods here, to show our stuff, I guess, and to show the teamwork and how it pays off. So, I really think we're on the right path with our new TPC program that we have out, and then also, getting that head count and helping here. So, thank you all, and we'll talk to you guys again after the beginning of the year. So thanks guys for joining me today.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you.
Yep.